Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we got a historical rules event for you. The first map here is Anderson's counterattack. You're seeing an overview of that, followed up by our second map, which is the Garland Stand. So, two interesting maps on the South Mountain map pack. We'll see how it goes. Thank you to our Patreon members for the support. Like the support, go to the link in the description where you can get live streams of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of all the events we cover with no commentary and UI. So, our teams for today. On the Confederate side, you got the 4th Georgia, Davis Brigade, Jenkins Brigade, Colquitt's Brigade, 20th Georgia, Army of Northern Virginia, 13th Georgia, Lee's French Legion, Shenandoah Regulars, 2 Corps. And then on the Union side, we got the 2nd United States Cavalry, 4th New Jersey, 9th Corps, New York Volunteers, the UEC Regiments, Hood's Division, 3rd Kentucky, Hampton's Legion, and the 11th Mississippi. And last but not least, the Serpents Brigade. So, a couple of regiments that we have here today. Our server pop, it's getting close to 300 right now. It'll probably grow as the battle commences. But Union actually taking none on artillery. Actually, sorry, I was looking on this side. But Confederates, wow, we're inverse today. But Union's got 3 on artillery. All good there. We have some frontline reporters today. For the CSA perspective, we have Killer from the Army of Northern Virginia. And then from the Union perspective, we got Gene from the Hamptons Legion. So very appreciative of both of these guys being able to give their frontline views, as it's always nice to get that, because all we see really is what we got in the sky. So essentially how the battle normally goes is there's a fight over the woods on this left side here. You'll generally see CSA, they'll push up a couple groups up here, and Union normally doesn't really try to defend this side. They normally just bulk all their guys in the woods, and CSA just kind of gets around them on the side. And the biggest thing is, can Union hold the charges? Confederates will probably cap when Union holds back in the woods. So the map definitely favors Confederate sides. So we'll see how it goes. Looking at our Union defense before the action really starts, as you can kind of see it already is. You got 9th Corps on the far right. 2nd U.S. Cav to the left of them on these rocks here. 4th New Jersey holding on the artillery. I see Hood's Division right to their left, kind of on the corner of the stone wall. You got Hampton's Legion, which they're rolling the guns back right now. In the woods on the left, you see Serpents Brigade there. You got the New York Volunteers to their left, and then the extreme left for the Union is the 11th Mississippi. On the contrary, you got the A and V, part of them on the right side. The bulk of the group kind of to the left side here, still in the woods. So they're engaging Union forces up there. You got 13th Georgia Colquitt's also in the woods, and 20th Georgia to their left. Looks like Hampton's Legion starting to shift over to cover to get better fire on the CSA approaching on that side. Got the 2 Corps. I see Lee's French Legion, Jenkins Brigade, Davis Brigade on the left side, and then the extreme left for CSA is the 4th Georgia. So CSA kind of spreading themselves apart here. What is this? Is this 6 Alabama here? It looks like they pushed up to the 11th Mississippi. And it looks like they defeated them pretty well. So Union holding firm. And it'll be intriguing to see where everyone will push up and what everyone will do. Remember, no steam chat in this event, no bayonets, and no sprinting until that 30-minute timer on the clock. So we got about 8.5 minutes until anyone can really sprint. I mean, you see it just up here. Those guys just double-clicking up to the rocks. That makes no sense. But that's why they're not sprinting. So the artillerymen looks like they're trying to get a gun back now.
Let's go.
Trying their best. But, I mean, they got the case on back.
Remember, they're behind rocks. They're out in the open. Shoot them.
So this all being said, you do have some CS in with 4th Georgia. Yep.
Get off my ass. Really.
Looks like they're going to try to push 9th Corps. First U.S. Sharps out here.
Get him, Mods. Get him.
I need to reload.
Kill him.
4th Georgia outnumbering, and I mean, they're going to fall back right away.
Boys, get him.
I mean, these tinier groups that you have are going to be very detrimental to any side, but more the defending side, just because they have less tickets overall. When you die alone, your team loses more tickets. So 2nd U.S. Cav kind of shifts over on that corner position, holding there. CSA looks like they're inching their way up into the woods. HL
You shoot, you
using
move.
the logs as cover.
You're standing close to me. I'm not standing close to you.
I stand here. You come to me and touch me.
No, I didn't. What?
Sure
Come on,
you
guys,
did.
we're in this together. Check swim ready.
Some CSA movements trying to move out. Gamebot, his guys moving up to some rocks here.
Get out of here.
Uh-oh, Gene sees them all moving up right there.
Go. Fuck you guys. We're just trying to have some fun.
Oh no.
Yeah, just get on this case and keep shooting.
So 2 of them die there, the artillerymen. But as they just kind of sneak up to this position, looks like you have more CSA movement. Rest of A and V, looks like they're getting on the side. Actually, they're holding in the road here, which is a little fascinating. You got a little cover to your left up here. You have the woods, and they held in the road.
Come on, Skiddo, shoot 'em.
Reform the line.
Shut the fuck up, they're like 2 ranks.
Step forward if you're not.
And CSA is actually down on tickets right now. Probably a good chunk of that is just when the 6th Alabama group charged on the right side and just got wiped. But
That's HD, please kill them. Angle first if you can.
Fuck you, game bud. Come on!
No, the fucking carriage ate my bullets.
You dogs wanna live forever?
Nailed him.
So it looks like the 6 Alabama guys are gonna beat the HD guys here. Pretty funny moment between regiments. So
Ah, eat my loads.
Gamebot's on point. They're capping right now. Never mind, it's going down. I don't know if HL's on the point or because I don't know what the boundaries are for the point. And it can be a little frustrating. But it looks like 2nd US Cav either got pushed off or fell back. Because LFL, 4th Georgia, they're now pushing up. And the ticket's swinging back to a more even amount right now. As the CSA is starting to turn the Union right. And we'll see if CSA, he tried to get the flag. We'll see how CSA wants to approach this. So Union spent a lot of tickets holding this right side, which if they didn't defend it, they maybe could have saved a lot of tickets, and the same result would still be happening. That result being CSA taking this side.
Сидя, заряжай сидя, стреляй сидя.
So going into this Woodside, we probably won't see any major CSA charges, especially on this Union left,
Reload.
until that 30-minute mark.
Get into the rocks, an independent fire. Into the rocks, an independent fire.
And CSA is actually going to cap the point right now.
Right down that line, line 'em up.
Checkpoint ready, boys. Checkpoint ready.
Get yourself some cover.
So there they go, they cap the point. So Black Timer stopped. Not a bad move from the point of the attackers. A and V falling back into the woods a little further. They're taking a lot of heat out there, and that's no surprise. 20th Georgia shifting over.
Man down!
Gentlemen, due southeast.
Shift it left! Come on, move!
Somebody get over here. This is good route.
And Parker is getting really close with his guys right now.
I'm with you, sir.
Form on the line!
Yeah, A and V kind of reforming there. So Union making a move to try to retake this point right now. I really like it. It's so funny watching them just do this at quick time double quick though. Just because sprinting isn't allowed. You got the 11th Mississippi moving in front.
Left to right, at the ready.
And they're starting to take that point back right now.
Right, get right here on the independent fire. Keep shooting.
Aim at the lower chest. Behind the cases.
No, not independent.
And Confederates could try to hit up on the side, but New York Volunteers here, 88th and 6th New York, have great positions. That's just helping their friendlies on the flank. A and V now pushing back up into the woods. Killer unloading his pistol as they shoot up towards the Union position.
Northeast.
Fire!
Oh,
Beautiful.
You almost shot HL.
And looks
Yeah.
like Union's gonna
Keep it up,
retake this
boys.
point. Really, I really like what Union's doing here. Moving quickly to retake that point. Most a good chunk of times, especially with no Steam Chat events, it can take a minute or so for the sides to, or the defending side. It takes them a couple minutes to figure out what they're doing, but Union moved up almost immediately. And 4th Georgia, I see a couple 14th LA guys. They have a guy or two here. But they're starting to move up and turn that Union right further and further. 2nd U.S. Cav has kind of fallen back. They're
Scrap that and reloading.
repositioning. And really the only group up on the point here is HL.
Company loaded.
And they're the only ones holding it for their team. We got 3 minutes until this bayonet and sprinting can happen again.
Firing by file.
By fire!
When's firing?
Independent. You're the independent now, boys.
Load and fire
Independent.
at will.
So CSA is really congested in that woodline. Looks like they're starting to do some shifts. Tickets are in favor of CSA, not by a whole lot though. It's actually the Colquitts going on the right side right now.
On the tree, independent fire. I'm Harleyman, can we crouch to reload? We have a bit of cover. You can crouch to reload, gentlemen.
And looks like more CSA starting to move up. The 6th Alabama group, really this cap group.
Oh, you poor fools.
These HL artillerymen are just dying today.
Alright, focus right though. Focus right in the forest. Focus right into the forest there, closer boys.
And I like the CSA game plan. Union has a really good spot. It's going to be really hard to take when you can't sprint. Hard enough as is. But especially without sprinting, it can make it really hard. So CSA is capping the point. They have a good position. They're forcing the Union to come out to them and bring everybody's tickets down. This is really well played by CSA so far. And I mean, Union's holding just traditional positions. So Union's not playing this bad either. Both sides are playing very well so far.
Aim at the knee, boys.
Yeah, that's one of the few things we do pull out.
Actually, Union. I don't know if this is capping or not.
Northeast. Alvaro.
I don't know where Union's capping. It's got to be up here. My guess. Because why are they all clumped up in this little area like this when they could spread out into the rocks? I don't know. But regardless, Union's somehow keeping that point capped. It's going back and forth. Like now it's going back in favor of CSA. And Union hits engaged. So, again, pace for CSA is a little slow, but they've been capping that point, stopping it, bringing everybody's tickets down. So. So we'll see what Union does. Is Union going to let them cap, or are they going to...
They are pulling back.
They're going to let them cap, or they're going to try to stop them. And we'll see if the CSA tries to cap the point before the 30-minute timer hits. Just because I don't know what Union's going to do in terms of trying to retake the point. But without sprinting, it can make it a little more difficult for Union to get there.
Shoulder, make it good.
Yeah.
Interesting.
When do we
So
get
kind of
bayonets
forming
again?
their lines up there. So
30. Stick them on, I think.
and so bayonets, you can hear them in game.
About space.
Bayonets and sprinting is now a thing. You know, they didn't invent sprinting and bayonets until the 30-minute mark in real life. 6 Alabama's actually charging in. This is a little surprising here. They'll probably hit engage because of this.
88th, right wheel, march.
Right wheel.
Prepare to charge. Charge.
Counter charge, 11. Counter charge.
Counter charge! Counter charge!
To resign your commission because you're dead.
Counter charge! Forward! Forward!
Actually, they somehow don't hit engage. But Just look at those numbers. They're up to 300 now. Union's up by 11 guys right now. And Union only has 1 guys on artillery, so... And Union actually kind of swarming this point. Looks like they're going to try to charge up the 6LA guys here.
Morning, beautiful. How you doing?
Love. Stay by the wagon. Take a shot.
And 11th Mississippi pushing up. 13th Georgia now charging in here. There's only about 6 or 7 of them, though. 11th Mississippi kind of confused here. Very much. These Union guys don't even realize they're in the middle of a melee.
Keep moving by southwest.
HL just doesn't realize there's a melee going on right to the left of them. You know, oh, here comes ANV. And HL falling back at a really bad time.
Get in there. Surround them.
Some Union trying to... This was... Union just looked completely confused and perfect timing really from 13th and ANV when frankly that 13th Georgia charge should not have worked. But it did. Union just didn't seem to know. Or if they saw, they didn't care. 20th Georgia kind of pushing up. You have the 88th here.
Hey, 86, the right's being overwhelmed. We got pushed out.
Gentlemen, keep pouring in.
Directly left.
And CSA.
Harley, we're in.
It's either way up the hillside. You got the 3rd Kentucky over here. I mean, the thing is, Union is... You can't... I don't know. The smaller groups need to be together with the big groups, because if you die, you're more likely to die in skirmishing and out of line. CSA is going to continue pushing here. ANV, I'm really loving this aggression from them. You defeated a good chunk of Union. Might as well keep pushing and defeat them in detail.
Go. Gentlemen, 88 with me. Follow.
And Union's strategy is to fall back at the very last moment. Look at now you got more Union. HL now showing up to the party.
Hit the dudes with the red hats. They look like douches.
And so, all praises to ANV, because now look at this. Now 11th Mississippi is slowly rolling in. CSA capped the point. It's okay. CSA's up by a lot of tickets right now, but looks like ANV now falling back after a very well. I mean, it was crazy, right? The 13th Georgia came in and wiped way more than they frankly should have, because Union just looked dumbfounded. Or just, they didn't care about the 13th, which they really should have. And then ANV came in there, and they still looked confused. ANV wiped a good 2-3 units and just kept going because they knew they wiped a good chunk of Union players, and they could just roll over the rest of the Union. So, that was really well done. And when these events that don't, especially in the events that don't have a Steam chat, communication is the #1 thing you need. And as was with the Maryland campaign last night, watching the CSA defend on Burnside's Bridge with the no communication, we're seeing the similar thing here. It's just groups getting defeated in detail, and CSA took complete advantage. Looks like you do have some Union kind of moving up, starting to try to retake this. 4th New Jersey, 2nd U.S. Cav, HD, HL now going in. So 13th gets wiped there. You do have some ANV guys charging in. 11th Mississippi kind of spear walling this right side here. And they're going to hold, but they were really a distraction. CSA flanking around the far side as well. 4th Georgia trying to get around the side. Points still in favor of CSA. You do have CSA pushing up in the center as well. East French region mostly there.
Points to the right.
Somehow CSA still has the point, even though Union's more congested on there. So when I wish I could see the point boundaries. So ANV and 20th kind of getting knocked out there. 4th Georgia and 14th LA still kind of flanking behind. And Davis, JB, 6LA, and Lee's French Legion pounding Union side. So this is a fascinating. I don't know how CSA still has the coin, to be frank. 88th New York looks like they're starting to move up.
Stretch your obliques. Get your obliques. Take your interval. Prepare to halt. Company halt. Right. Dress
oh,
at the ready.
Right. Dress at
Take
the ready.
aim. Take aim. Fire.
Oh, flag, flag.
Yeah, that was really cool seeing all the bullets whiz. CSA respawns getting up here as well. Gamebot's back in here. I don't know why there's a Union artillery guy here. Gamebot does not care about you. Oh.
Left flank,
Yeah, Game Dot charging here on HD. Union respawns from Maine, 11th Mississippi. We saw him bonsai charge into A and V in 20th. They got wiped, now coming back in. Hitting the 4th, wiping as Union turns around. CSA still has the point right now. And CSA controlling this Union right side once again.
I'm gonna go help A.
And that point is being taken by the Union side right now.
Keep gunning them down. Left side.
Looks like AH, actually, a mix of guys. 11th Mississippi HL guys, they're charging these ANV guys right here. Which, I don't know who's supposed to charge here, but that was really bad. Very spread out, not a whole lot of guys. ANV pushing up on the right side, 88th engaging. And CSA still has the point. 2nd US Cav pushing out to the rocks, trying to get Gamebot. He doesn't have any more shots, so he dies. 2nd US Cav kind of winning this. Union charging into the wood side right now.
Get off my yard! Get out of my fucking forest! Come on! Let's get in there!
And Union kind of wiped the CSA there. CSA somehow still have the point. A&V is the only group left in the woods on the far side, and as we saw earlier with CSA wiping Union, Union needs to charge the CSA out, defeat him in detail.
Aim high with the 42.
So Union is starting to win that point back right now. 6 Alabama getting white. A&V is charging up from the behind. I mean, this is going to catch the Union off guard as the Union's charging. Look at a lot of these Union guys don't see him. So A&V wiping that. Going over to this right side though. CSA hits taking losses. Union almost going to hit breaking. LFL getting charged out. And the whole Union team slams on half the CSA team. There's going to be a little bit of a trouncing here, although it might be close. Looks like A&V eventually lost on that side. The Union is retaking right now.
I got one, two. I got one, two. I got one, two.
Thank you for the ticket.
Ooh, right here, right here.
Push up, push up.
Get out of here.
I got it.
Fuck you, bitch.
Come here. Get out.
Leroy Jean. Get up here. Boy, get up here.
Regardless of what happens here,
Fuck you, officer.
this counterattack was very good for CSA. It stopped the timer. Everyone's down to taking losses. Sure, Union's going to regain a whole morale stage of tickets, but really well done.
Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. Get out of here. Come on, come on, come on.
I really want to see what the boundaries for this point of contention are. Because I don't know how CSA was able to hold that for so long. I mean, Union was more congealed on that point. And the marker for the point is very deceiving. It says it's right here, but clearly you can go into the woods a little bit, maybe over here a little bit. Who knows? So, 20th Georgia Colquitt's Brigade, the first groups from CSA to kind of respawn and get back up in the action.
It's okay. Stuff it with some
Left to bleed.
Enemy line to your left is really close.
Break it up! Break it up on these
Break it up.
Break it up on these
Oh, big down, let's advance down. On the rocks in the fence.
They're right there, gentlemen. The southeast. Stay
Yeah,
alive.
It's an old wives' tale. Don't
You've
stop
got enemies also to your left.
Some
oblique
Yankees
east.
moving
Careful.
right.
Harley, they're right in front of us.
And Union has a good opportunity to reform their positions here.
Get in there. Charge him out. Let's go.
HG's charging in here. I like it.
Friendly's going in.
Now it's a bit risk. Oh no, HG might have just gotten team killed.
Spear wall.
Welcome, you fucking idiots.
Got him.
Run away!
There's a fucking officer!
Oh, good kill, Harley, man.
Good, nice.
So it looks like CSA is finally remobilized. They're moving in. Right now, Union abandoning this right side, which I really don't blame them.
There's only one line I see, and that is inside the forest, which is the northwest-ish.
I see it. On your right, northeast.
Right. Yep. Thank you. Independent, boys. Let them know when you're here.
I won't be surprised if... I mean, CSA is doing very well. They're most likely going to win this. The Union, CSA's got plenty of time. Union defensive position. They're a little spread out, so if CSA did charge, they could probably defeat the groups in detail.
I couldn't hear you with bullets. What?
Did you get multicam
I'll
or
read
were you
out
out
about
before
face.
this?
Buggy. Yep.
I got it. Ready, boys. Yeah, good shot.
Shift right. We're moving southeast, east. Let's go.
Oma, there's a Union force. We are occupying the rocks at the moment, but if we can charge, I can't hold it.
Where?
Speaking of them charging.
Right there, towards the northeast, they're charging us now.
Yeah, let's go.
That was really good timing.
charged northeast.
HG moving up to reinforce against the 4th Georgia.
Hold the line, boys. Kill him out.
Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro.
Idiot.
Come
Hold
at
the
me, bro.
line. Guys, get right here. Independent fire, boys. Independent fire.
And Union's going to hold this. Not a major thing, but most certainly helps with the tickets. Actually, yeah, Union's going to hold that, so. I couldn't tell for a split second. I looked away and turned back, and I saw the flags, and I was like, "Whoop." So, Union slowly making their way down in terms of tickets. Sides have same amount of tickets.
Check.
Check.
Boy. I talked to God and He's with us. Keep up the good shit.
And I mean, we'll see if CSA wants to charge. They're probably going to wait. They're probably just going to shoot down the Union to close to breaking, if not breaking, and then they'll charge that out. So
Стреляйте в ответ, потом вот так стреляют.
друг другу не стойте.
So it is just a matter of time. JB is kind of the only CSA group advanced kind of in the center. All what? 4 of them? There's 4 of them. 5? 4 of them. I can count. So let's see. You got 2nd U.S. Cav. They're holding up front. Got the 4th New Jersey with the New York Volunteers to their left. 11th Mississippi, 3rd Kentucky kind of holding on the left side. So Union's still kind of keeping the positions they originally had at the beginning of the round. Obviously, this right side shifted more over here.
But these 5 dudes had the worst time of their life.
Double quick.
Yep.
Double quick. There's a flag back there. I see it.
Check.
We're pulling this back, boys. We're pulling this back.
Check.
Jack.
So, and you do have CSA movement. They're starting to gun the point right now. It's, are we surprised? 6 Alabama moving up now. Oh, Rick game bot.
Charge to the left. They're going around the rocks behind us. Also, watch out behind.
And the 2nd U.S. Cav holding very strong against 6 Alabama. CSA starting to shift a little left here. A&V is holding more in the open.
Are those enemy in the rocks too to our southeast here?
No.
Is it not?
No, I just team killed one of them.
Alright, just south then, just south. Oh my goodness,
Those are not friendlies, A&V.
Let the bucking ball do the work, boys.
Get that flag, Dick.
Thank you. Yeah, don't worry about it, man.
Aiming will really slow you down.
We're taking cover behind the rock.
So 20 minutes left in the game. And we shall see more. It looks like maybe just Union Respawn's getting up here after dying.
We're gonna be special
Yeah.
operations here, boys. This is a really key moment. If we pull this out good, we can win this map.
It's going to be very difficult for Union to win this map. And it's just, CSA has good position. Honestly, if you look at the tickets, Union might be up by a hair, but not a whole lot.
Shoot them. At the smoke, Hamptons. At the smoke. Take aim.
At the smoke. Right next to the tree. Careful though. That could be
Left of the tree. Left
They're
of the tree.
coming out northeast. Hold.
I mean, I'm intrigued that the CSA on this side are kind of taking a while to move out of the woods. Looks like they are. Davis Brigade, 4th Georgia moving that way. Looks like they're just trying to get around the far side here. Looks like A&V maybe falling back there. I mean, if we... The numbers are getting worse for Union. It's 14 right now. But if you consider artillery, it's 11, so... CSA is charging here. The center again with a couple more guys, though. Davis Brigades with the 4th Georgia this time. CSA are going to win unlike last time. Looks like, yeah, they do have a flag there. So CSA starting to push out of the woods here as well. LFL joining alongside the Jenkins Brigade as CSA is actually almost going to go down to breaking here.
À gauche, les gars, à gauche. Vous les voyez? Whoa.
Artillery hitting the front side of that, but not really doing it. Actually, Union pushed out here, pushing the CSA out. They really don't want them behind them. 11th Mississippi really doing that. And did they lose their flag?
Shift left 11. Shift left 11. Break reload.
Mississippi, Mississippi left. Go, go.
It looks like, yeah, it looks like they got their flag out. No one's picking it up. Or at least, there they go. So CSA is actually almost going to hit breaking here. Despite a Union lead in tickets, CSA ripped that one guy. But, I mean, even with the Union lead in tickets, CSA haven't really charged yet, and they won pretty well when they pushed up, so... I mean, it's really going to come down to these charges, and even then, I don't know. Union needs to start getting a bigger and bigger lead with this ticket difference, because the only way Union's going to win this is if they push down the CSA down the final push, and they're up like a half a morale stage. Because the problem is once the attacking team gets final push, the charges go crazy, and everyone's tickets drop really, really fast.
Fire! Good shots! Hey! Aim, boys!
I kind of wonder how the ticket gap is. How it's about a fourth of a morale stage difference. It might have been these charges over here that we've seen, just 4th Georgia and Davis Brigade failing that first time, and then the second time around they got pushed back pretty hard despite winning that spot.
Stay here, 6. Keep shooting. Enemy at that log shifted left.
There you go, Confederates hit breaking.
They're all bunched up on that left, right in the open.
Is that enemy then?
And I really wonder when we're going to see the CSA charge, whether it be close to taking losses or once they hit breaking. Who knows? Killer's actually moving A and V. They moved around to the left side here. Looks like maybe they're going back to the right.
Austin, when we get there. Alright, quick.
And Confederate movement. Let's see. 20th Georgia looks like they're just trying to inch up, maybe get a better view of the shots.
They're in the open right there. Yep. South, direct south.
Trying to use all the cover they can, especially with crouching.
Left oblique,
Union
left oblique.
movement. 2nd U.S. Cav moving up to the rocks. Looks like retaking that spot after they maybe fell back. Looks like 6 Alabama from A and V is turning around the side. Union's almost going to go down to breaking.
We gotta commit all our forces usually.
Don't shoot. Push up.
Move it up, A&V, move it up.
Onto this
Holy
line.
shit.
Line.
Shots at the rocks, shots at the rocks, shots to the south, south. Shots south, shots southeast.
Good shot to the
Hit
rocks.
the target.
South.
Big line south, big line south.
Any second now, we'll see what happens. Looks like more CSAs turning around the side. Lee's French Legion.
They're in the Bruce.
And any kill now, really. Anyone. And the big thing for CSA is, are they going to be able to make a good concentration push? I know it's said a lot, but they got to hit the point together. They're very spread out throughout the map. I mean, if we just look here, Union's not really that spread out right now.
Put them in breaking. Let's finish this.
If there's any holes, fill them.
I'm fucking back.
Fill the hole, fill the hole.
Finally.
Block the gap.
Well, for now.
Looks like this is either LFL or 6LA. That's LFL's going around to the side too, so seems a couple of the CSA commanders want to group up and hit this right side. I mean, if they charge right now, they'll hit Union into breaking.
On the right of the rock, you got excellent shots against the sunlight. They're silhouetted perfectly.
We go down to breaking. I'm gonna cry.
Focus fire on the big guys.
Perception Adam taking over the line. Oh no, Dracon, go ahead, finish this volley.
Understood. Take aim.
Second, full line, right shoulder.
Take aim.
Everyone's dead, Slugger.
Looks like more CSA shifting. You kind of see it behind here. 13th Georgia's moving up behind A&V and LFL.
Excellent. This
Alright,
is where the
go,
flag
go.
is too.
Straight ahead. Take him.
Enemy charge to the south.
Let's go.
Charge.
Looks like they're charging. A couple of them going to the left on the point. A good chunk of them, though, going to try to hit this side here. Points going in CSA's favor right now.
Press T.
charge, 11th. Counter charge. Get in there.
Make sure you're not shooting friendlies.
And Union's going to continue to hold. CSA collapsing from the far side. LFL, 13th Georgia moving up. Union charging on the right side behind where the Union is.
Brace left, break your loads. Get the hell out of my forest!
Out of here, you goddamn rams! I'm attached your trees!
And Union's going to hold that. Very well done. Going back to the point CSA is holding.
Fall back, we're losing, fall back!
But again, I don't know where the point boundaries are, if it's over here, but Union, so Union's holding, and if you look at the tickets, they're up. It's maybe by a third of a stage now.
Every last one.
But the thing is, CSA has beaten the Union back off. Plenty of good ground. And tickets have kind of stayed the same.
Shoot them off those caissons. Extra points for that flag bearer.
Straight front, got him down.
Hey, HD. On my line right here.
They just get charged, I can't see, I got black on my screen. Fucking shoot him!
HD, get right here on my line. Shoot them down.
Good shot, Irish.
In the open.
I couldn't see, I got
in the open right there.
No, it was a good shot.
No, you're good, that was a great shot. That was all bad.
Firing every ticket on their end counts now. Get them into final push. Come on.
So you can kind of hear it down there. I think that was TJ. TJ was saying that perfectly. Tickets are going to be huge right now. If the CSA hits final push and there's too much of a ticket gap, regardless of what happens, they'll lose the game. So maybe that's why we see CSA starting to maybe fall back out of the open. That wood flag bearer got destroyed.
You killed their flag. Shoot their flag before they pick it
Shoot
up.
them in transition. Flag moving. Flag moving left. Flag moving left.
Hold fire east.
I'll let them get their flag out.
So really the only CSA group up and engaged is the 20th Georgia and Colquitts right now.
Waylon, get behind that tree. Get behind that tree on the left. There you go. I'm with you, brother. Yeah. Stay right there.
And I love this charge. That was 11 Mississippi. Great decision here. They need to get some ticket lead. Looks like 3rd Kentucky's charging behind and more Union. It's a little more spread out than what I would have liked, but Union wiping them out. Wish more would have charged in there at the beginning because they lost kind of a lot there in that initial trickle in. LFL, JB pushing up. So this is getting to be a lot closer than what I was originally anticipating. And you actually have CSA moving across the field. I don't know if you notice it, but look on the bottom, the guys moving across the field. It's like they got little waves behind them. I don't know if you can really see it. The moment I move, it's going to go away. It's really weird. LFL taking up those rocks. CSA beginning a renewed effort. 6 Alabama on the point. Right now.
Focus right as well. Not only
I don't know. CSA, you got a good chunk of them. 20th Georgia's in the left. 13th going right. A and V going right. Now, I assume that somewhere over here is on the point just because of where they're holding and they're still capping. CSA, my opinion, they should just go hold up over here. They got some caissons. They have the rocks as cover. They got the wood as cover, although that's a little far out. Force the Union to come to you. Especially when this ticket gap is kind of getting to a point where it's like, okay, Union could win if you hit final push and charge them a crap ton. It is. I mean, and for that reason, I do not like the 6 Alabama going up ball here alone. They're probably dying in formation for the most part, but I don't know. So, last charge before they hit final push. 20th Georgia kind of going on the left. 13th on the center. And then A and V is flanking really far around right now.
I would go behind the tree up there where they're all out with the flag.
Nice shot, Chim.
Actually, A and V is going to charge in here.
Away from my company. Fuck yeah. How much you get paid a month?
Get your bayonet money,
Get him.
boys.
Hi, buddy.
And that charging's close there. Ticket gap getting closer. Union's kind of being defeated in detail here. Union actually charging out on the far side. More Union reinforcements. NYV's pouring in. CSA its final push. Union should hit last stand though. Union falling back on that right side that I pointed out a moment ago. CSA's got to hit him in the last stand right now.
Stay together, everybody.
Union needs to avoid all casualties. I mean, Union's kind of charging. I don't like this 11th Mississippi move here. You're not going to win this, and I think push your team in the last stand. Every time the game lags for a split second, I think last stand. Yeah, there it is. The reason why it lags is because the whole Union team that was dead spawns in, so and it's a good chunk of guys. So CSA's got 2.5 minutes to knock the Union down to last stand, and Union's charging these guys out right now. Union trying to push them out completely right now.
Pick up all your flags.
No.
On guard, bitch.
You like that?
And Union winning this out. What is the flag bearer doing?
Remember, you like this. You like this.
And knocking out these flags will be huge. I'm fine if the flag bearers just go off and distract the enemy, but not like that. I don't know. So more CSA move. I didn't even realize CSA almost capped the point. I missed that. Wasn't even looking at that. And here comes the Union. As Union winning back this point.
We must hold.
Charge very close, zooming out. You got a couple Union guys just sitting back right now. Artillery shooting. Knocking down a good chunk. Union's going to win this charge right now, but I don't know if they can hold it for another minute. It's going to be tight. CSA just kind of trickling in. 50 seconds left on that clock. I mean, look how far these guys got to go. I don't know if those back guys are going to get there. Actually, I think CSA is probably going to take this, assuming this wave comes in and does well. They just need to have more bodies on point when the clock hits 0.
Come here, Johnny boy.
And yeah, that point's going back in CSA's favor. And despite all, the CSA is going to win the day very closely. Yeah, round's over there, so rip that flag bearer. Died very last second. Love the misclick. Still kind of getting used to these hotkeys going back and forth between the visuals. But anyways, yeah, that was a pretty, I mean, I pretty much described it. But well done on CSA's part. Slow pace to start. That's partially because you start at the 42-minute mark versus 45, and just not being able to sprint or have bayonets is a big thing. So clock was slow. You cap the point, force them out, bring everybody's tickets down, call it back up with pace, and then just kind of won the day out. Union was obviously kind of getting the advantage on tickets towards the end, but it wasn't a big enough difference. So, I mean, in matches like these, every little thing matters, especially for the defending team. Every little thing matters. But good first fight. Well done to CSA. And we'll see how it goes when the sides switch. Union's going to be attacking next round for Garland Stand. And we will see you shortly for round 2. Alrighty, here we are with rounds number 2 Garland stand. CSA playing a very aggressive start, but before we get into that, numbers still around 300. The balance has been fixed a little bit. It's down to 9 right now. Union having 4 on artillery. Confederates having 4 on it. I flip the side so often. I always think USA is on the left. I did the same thing as I did round 1, but Molex is here, which is a little surprising. He might be with A&V because he's in that company. But anyways, CSA is playing very aggressive. Normally you don't see... Holy crap! CSA is playing very aggressive. I like this a lot. Okay. Yikes. There's going to be so much going on. I'm not going to hit everything, but... HL getting completely slaughtered here on this left. A&V really put the pounding in. Kind of going over to the left side here. I mean, I would be caught off guard if I were Union. 4th and 20th Georgia. Looks like, honestly, no, this is brilliant. They can't sprint. They can't have bayonets. So 11th Mississippi pulling 424th, falling back a little. 4th Georgia LFL kind of assisting there as Union breaks through this spot. Colquitt's holding a little further back. 11th Mississippi get up on the rocks. This was a heck of a thing. You can barely see it in the ticket amount, but Union looking down a little on tickets.
Yeah, we took the rocks.
Direct front.
2nd U.S. Cab moving over to the right.
Fire front, 2nd.
And I don't think CSA now really kind of falling back. Looks like they're foaming up where CQB is. 6LA. I mean, CSA still kind of holding strong on this flank.
Hey, we got a dev here. Isn't that cheating? Hey, Dev, can you fix some horses?
Not yet.
Soon.
Trying to bargain with the def here. Yeah, normally CSA kind of hold on this road where they got this real nice stone wall. Their artillery is located here, which you can see. And they normally hold kind of back on this right side where the 13th is. There's some nice rocks in there. There's those set, which the 13th is on. You got some more here, which they can hold really fine on. And
come at me, bro. Come at me, bro.
Right side.
2nd U.S. Cal pushing up. Killer's got something to say about it, though. And, I mean, Killer's just hitting those shots there. Slim, Jim gets it on the right. So really good hold from CSA. Union, looks like Union respawns. HL finally getting back in. That was very unfortunate for them. They got slaughtered at the beginning of this round.
But not the gift of avoiding bullets.
Come to daddy.
You can't see them go a bit left. They are southeast behind us.
So looking at the ticket, CSA's ahead. I don't know how much longer this will last. Mostly just because that surprise factor is kind of over, though. I mean, if your opponent can't sprint or charge, you might as well push up. Catch them off guard. They can't charge at you, so... I don't think you could have played that better. We'll see how the rest of the round goes as we look over to this left side. 3rd, Kentucky.
I think that dude.
Left Mississippi kind of pushing up on the left side.
Oh shit, we got a bigger unit coming to the west.
Just left, 11.
Keep fucking going. Nice shot there.
Yep. North.
Yeah, game box.
Keep gunning him down, boys.
Whole unit north.
Keep gunning him down. All right, boys, directly towards the south. They picked up their flags.
Game box. Whole
Yes.
unit north. In the road. Tip them down.
Directly south now. Directly south.
So Union's kind of getting around the far side. Looks like, here we go.
You nail him! Independent fire!
Oh, that guy went flying.
On the fence, on the fence.
HL holding up. They do have a flag down here, so some CSA. Davis Brigade, you got some more to their right. The 6th Louisiana to their right, but they're starting to engage. Davis Brigade, who was in front of them, kind of falling back. And the CSA completely falling back.
No, we can sprint to kit to tighten the lineup.
I don't know if A and V is going to go down the road, but...
This line is loose as fuck.
Alright, up and over,
Get on the wall.
Is that the wording of the rules?
6 on me coming down.
Looks like A and V falling back, so that forward position for CSA outside of the couple groups that are here, getting pushed back. And what the heck?
Into the corner, into the
Hampton's Legion kind of fell back.
This line, get your kits.
Maybe they're getting hit too hard. I mean, only a couple dead bodies there.
Crouch.
Time Union moving up to the center, HD. Union's almost down half a stage right now.
Massive reinforcement on the right.
And looks like the 6th Alabama pushing up to assist the CSA on this side. Davis Brigade moving there as well. And HL, I don't know, they had an advantage there, and now it's kind of gone. I mean, CSA is holding up against the fence line. And you can see what they're seeing in the corner right there, but...
Line up quickly, boys. Take aim straight ahead in the cornfield.
I don't know if that first initial, but they got somebody. Oh, I got Gene.
Aim low, aim low.
Union flag down is here. That was good English, but that flag's down. That HL falling back right away.
Left oblique.
Find any cover you can. Stay within
Left
your shot.
oblique on the fence. Are they on the left?
4th Georgia putting a fair amount of pressure. CSA still wants to kind of hold a forward position. Keep the aggression up.
Alright, boys, fall in on the rocks and then fire.
Fall in on the rocks.
13th fall back. 13th fall back.
Think they're falling back? The volume for in-game chatter for what I hear is a lot louder than what comes off on the stream. It's very funny because I don't know how loud the 13th fallback was, but it was very loud for me. So Union inching their way closer and closer to the CSA lines. Both sides, if about half a morale stage down right now.
Aim at the top of the fence, at the wall. Aim top.
What's going on the right? HL kind of completely falling back. I don't know. I think HL acted way too conservative on this right side. The moment they got hit, they just kind of fall back. I don't know if just because their officer and flag got hit that second time. I don't know why they fell back that first time, but a good chance to kind of get behind the CSA is now gone. Granted, they are distracting a fair amount of CSA.
Safe killer.
Roger that. Another guy just spawned.
I'll stay down there for a bit.
Hella close, boys. Southeast. You can see him behind the crosses.
Look, there's an American flag. Look to the ground. They're real close to us.
Those wood fence stop some bullets, but not all of them. Shoot them down, boys.
They're using the bushes to hide. Light those bushes with the fucking
So, CSA. Though, in most shootouts, you're gonna have a one-on-one trade, especially at quote-unquote longer distances. Which this is kind of long, but if you consider the amount of smoke, the amount of trees, the amount of shade there is, because I mean, you can kind of see it. I mean, you can't see it from any of the front line point of views right now, but the shade on a player really can conceal them. I mean, if we're looking off just down here, for example, and you can kind of see those guys in the distance. If I zoom in, you can kind of see them, but those guys are in a little sunlight there. So shade does a big thing. The trees, the smoke, all of that. It's very hard to hit. So the trades when it comes to a shootout is generally going to be even in tickets. And if we look at the ticket imbalance of this map. It's about 19% roughly in favor of Union. So over time, it's either going to be an even trade, and Union's going to slightly start coming back.
That's all we can do for right now. Well, that guy's about to shoot me.
Make sure you're not dying.
And unfortunately, compared to last round, where the attackers could easily get up there and cap the point, can't really do that right now. What is... Cooler's trying to get over the defilade and see what they're doing. It's fascinating. It looks like he's looking through his camera, but on my screen, he's not doing that. Fascinating. So, about that 15-minute mark now, and the Union side really still at a standstill.
By the chapel.
Take aim.
Right oblique.
Fire! About face.
Oh,
About
sorry.
face, boys.
I don't see him at all, dude.
HL just kind of going off, shooting towards that church where they're at a moment ago. And the only way the Union can break through the Confederates, which is not too much of a shocker, especially when your defense has a good spy, is you got to just bulge out and break through. Bulge up and break through. Got to get one big blob. But it's 30 minutes. They can sprint and put their bayonets on, so maybe we'll see some charging. Maybe that's why they're not charging. Similar last round. So.
Hello, 6. Hello, Tip.
Fix bayonets, brothers. Fix your bayonets. Right oblique.
Oh, here they go. I think it's Love's Mississippi here. They're going to try to charge CSA. CSA falling back very late. Look at all these CSA guys dying. They're not engaging the Union guys. A couple of them are, but CSA losing a lot in skirmishing and on a line there, more than really what you should. If you're going to fall back, you need to do it instantly the moment you see Union move up, but it could be kind of hard, so... Good charge from Union. Some CSA going further up in the woods. Looks like they just ran forward, shot, now falling back. Tickets getting about even, and that's what I was kind of saying earlier in these shootouts. Uh-oh. 6 Alabama's charging up against HL in 4th New Jersey. And Union just falling back, even though Union clearly had superior numbers there. Everyone is fall back. They just want to fall back the moment anyone charges them. And if you're going to fall back as late as these guys are, you might as well stay and fight, except for the flag.
That was your new recruit.
No, it was Union moving right to left.
I don't care, both of them deserve it.
Holy shit.
Keep your eyes open, boys. They're moving right to left. They're going to be coming right across the front of us.
So now, finally, CSA is at these original positions I was mentioning at the beginning of the round.
Those guys to the northeast are friendly. They're shooting towards Yankee line, presumed Yankee line, so I assume they're friendly.
Good job, brother.
Break reload on the left behind us, boys.
Roger that. You heard it. East, southeast, independent.
Keep the fire, stay Quebec.
Alors, Daddy, je crois que tu as tué le caillou.
Perspective, you see a whole wall just lined with spikes.
So, a wall of spikes.
I got holes in the wall in front of me, man, so I could still get hit.
So, Union starting to shift further and further to the left. 80th actually being very aggressive here.
To the step, to the step.
Fartwell. Hold and Collins Fartwell.
Halt, independent fire. Up to the right.
We got you, NYV. We got you.
Import.
Artillery going through. HL's charging in. 6 New York, HG charging on the left side as well. Both sides going down to engage. Union charging on the far side as well. It looks like CSA is being defeated, at least over by the artillery.
Hello. Let me get you sticky.
CSA holding on the rocks. Over on point, it's still kind of close. Did look like Union was winning. I mean, they have one flag up here, Union does. I don't see CSA flags. I see down CSA flags. 4th New Jersey moving up.
That guy.
Come over here, boy.
Right,
Come over here, boy. Come right over.
You see that flag? I want that. Kill him. Gentlemen, we got Confederate South Shore, right?
So Union's going to hold that corner. CSA did shift down from the left side. Davis Brigade moving up. You do have the LFL guys that did survive. Looks like they're going to shoot down towards Union there in a second. But a lot of Union respawning at main. 2nd U.S. Cav looks like they're moving up. But a lot of Union moving up shortly. It's going to take them a minute, so I don't think Union's going to hold this, but...
Oh, mate, to our left.
Left face, go quick punch.
Out face, on slowly, go.
Charging, brace, up and over.
LFL charging with a couple guys, but they're reinforced by a lot more. 20th Georgia, I see, they're charging in. Similar to most maps, as the defending team, you can't let that attacking team claim a very good position either through or behind your lines, so that's why CSA is trying to push them out right here.
Get ready to fall back. 2nd US fall back, triple quick punch.
2nd US fall back at the triple, let's go, let's go, we're moving east.
And so they're trying to get the flag out, but I mean, just a lot of CSA fire going down there right now.
You son of a bitch.
On the snake fence, HL.
On the snake fence, HL.
Reaper. Take aim at their heads.
Take aim.
Hold, recover. Independent fire, anything you see. Boys, about face. I'll make moving. About face. Hold low.
So Union finally getting back up here, reforming, kind of gathering up in the center. We'll see if they hit there again.
I hold it right here for now.
Honk to Mark for stop.
Get these tracks, boys. I'm gonna get that flag. You know why?
That's my flag.
Why?
Oh, what the? One CSA group puts way too far forward there. 4th Georgia moving up right now. 4th Georgia now going way too far forward. I don't like the decision.
Pull back, get back.
I don't know what they're seeing, but
Pull back on me.
Union actually do have the far side. London Pacific took those rocks. That's huge for Union. Now the question is can they capitalize it? Obviously, these guys from Union don't know what's going on. CSA kind of moving in quickly, trying to retake it. 20th, Colquitts, 9th Corps.
Can we go to these rocks?
CKB at the sprint. The sprint, CKB.
Post left march. Hey, break it. Independent fire.
Break it up on the independent fire.
Stay on jam, follow you, officer.
Independent fire.
Do y'all have loads? Y'all have loads?
No, I don't. I think the rest of them
get your loads. Get your loads.
So instead of charging out, looks like they're just going to sit back and shoot, which is just going to allow the Union to kind of hold that out.
I'm alright.
Keep going non-verbal, man.
Sorry, I've started connecting, sorry. Independent flag, boys. Independent flag. Shoot everything in front of you. Yeah, shoot everything in front of you. East, boys. East.
4th Georgia kind of moving up to the center spot there, and so I mean, I don't know if more Union's going to try to move around the far side here. I did see
Give him hell, TKO.
decoys here, 3rd Kentucky. Looks like he's going to move his guys around.
Right here, there, Kentucky. Line up right here behind these rocks. Quick, line up, line up.
On the line, hold your
Looks
fire.
like they're
get
just
ready
going to kind
volley.
of
Directly.
beef up the line that
northwest.
Union's
You
starting
see
to
them
form
moving
over
out
here.
west. They're Union flag. Take him out this flag.
From where? Where are they coming from? Let me see.
Finally.
It's just they fell back. They fell back.
Union HL's going up the middle right now.
Take the stick fence. Shoot him. Take it.
Kind of charging out in the open by themselves. Looks like more Union's going to that left side, but 13th holding. HL's going to win this, but looks like the UEC regiment's pushing up as well, but that's a lot of CSA firepower right here.
Triple. Get that flag up. Uppy. Get in with the...
Union going in here. They're somehow getting up here. Not taking too many casualties.
Independent.
Quick shots.
More Union charging across the open field.
Brace.
Step back.
Break load, step back.
Reload.
ANV holding well. Going over to the other side. Union charging through over here. Looks like they're going to try to hit this side here.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
CSA turning in from the rocks, though. Both sides about to take losses. CSA kind of winning on that side. CSA slowly losing over here on the stone wall.
Keep the flag safe. Go, HL, come on, get him. Shoot him as they come. Get in your brace.
And both sides going to taking losses here. Couple charges happening here. A lot of Union getting over here. How many are spawning at main for Union? A good chunk of guys. Similar with CSA. Davis Brigade trying to go in here, but they aren't going to win that. But a lot of CSA holding back here, and if they charged in, they could force the Union out. And they, again, Union's taking losses.
Get those pistols in.
Keep holding, boys. Keep holding. Keep firing.
If you're not shooting!
Come on, forward. Stay here.
I'm reloading, TJ. I'm so sorry.
Union starting to get numbers back with just the flag respawn, so Union gunning from main. The big thing is just the CSA not pushing up. I don't know if they're trying to get around the side. 20th and Colquitt's trying to move that way, but they'll probably catch the Union off guard. But
You heard him, boys.
Head to the south,
HL kind of turning around. Oh, rip. But it looks like they're starting to encircle the Union. The Union respawn to come up and hit the Colquitts in 20th, though. And Union falling back. So despite it all, and despite them kind of winning on the stone wall, nervous just of the CSA flanking, so they fall back.
13 people spawning on the flag.
I know.
Let's see if 11 Mississippi charges. Wouldn't surprise me.
Charge in, boys. Charge in.
Yep.
Charge in, boys. Charge in. Independent fire on the rocks. Independent
Oh,
fire.
never mind. They're just going to sit and hold.
Move up, boys. We're moving. No charging just yet.
They're going to continue moving around the side here.
Rocks straight ahead, boys. Independent fire.
So 11th Mississippi kind of retaking those spots, being that first group to really go up. You do have Union kind of holding the center here.
Panther flag Legion over here.
3rd Kentucky starting to move up.
Watch out there, right there, right there, right.
See that ticket train, boys. I want to see that.
Yeah, go back.
4th Georgia kind of getting beaten back right away. CSA kind of pushing up the left side here. Killers holding up there.
Independent, no, southeast.
Independent southeast. Downhill, aim low, aim for the kneecaps.
Yeah, man, make them get their legs sewn off.
I believe you're right, boss. That just put us slightly ahead on tickets.
They're shifting right. Enemy shifting right. Enemy.
Is that enemy west or not?
Direct south, direct south.
West, no, I think southwest. Anything southwest, southeast is enemy. Enemy south.
Killer, we are losing a ticket stage roughly every 12 minutes, and we have 16 left. Don't play it over aggressive. 6 on me going left.
You're just about you're ruined my strategy.
Alright. Nothing's happened. I had to go do a quick restroom break. So, CSA still holding very firm, just holding up on this front side, kind of flank them because normally Union pushes up to where the 11th Mississippi's holding. And so, 4th New Jersey, you got the UEC regiments kind of pushing a little further up. Union kind of going around the far side here. 88th New York.
You're doing great.
Moving up where HL, HD. 11th Mississippi, 3rd Kentucky is. You do have one Union group kind of going around the right side right now. 2nd U.S. Cav going around. They don't have a flag, so anything they do, once they die, they don't come back.
Yeah, I know what they're doing. I'm gonna cut them off, no worries.
So Union really kind of gathering up. Looks like they're starting to cross the road right now.
Oh, we're good.
We're all right.
Yeah, I know. Better hold, left face, right,
Hold.
8th
Left
New
face,
York,
independent
that
fire.
first group to go up.
Independent boys.
Nice shot.
Oh, here. Oh, just down wall.
4 to the left, NYV right here.
Left
Independent fire,
Shoot
pour it
down,
into
Hampton.
They're putting up good modifier. HL pouring up as well with them right now. Union charging the center. 11th Mississippi going in.
George left.
So Union going across, trying to charge in here.
Hold, boys, hold. Brace.
Boys, hold together. Stop, he's dead.
So kind of fizzling out here, going over to this left side. You do have some charges happening in the center of the map right now. If you want to see what that's looking like, you look at Killer's view on the top left. He's kind of in the meat of it right now.
We're not taking my flag down.
Fight kind of getting close over here. And Union starting to win this ground. They have won. They got 3 flags over here. So kind of go looking at that center there.
Gotcha, bitch.
CSA hold pretty well. 2nd U.S. Cav shooting up. So tickets are in favor of CSA. Union's actually continuing to push up here.
Charging your asshole. Come here.
Keep going.
And
No stop.
a couple of these guys are going to continue to go. Not really a whole lot pushing up. Actually, the rest of them are now pulling up.
What's up, buddy?
Where are you going? There appears to be a line to our northwest.
So this is really just a trickle in from Union.
Why are you gonna call me out by name, bro?
Sorry, Brendan.
What's up, my dude? Hey, don't be like
Focus
that,
in the forest, I saw it.
Kneeler.
Keep fight, stab and move, stab and move.
Take it around the thing.
You missed, dude. Turn around, rebel.
So, I mean, Union's, it's very scattered. CSA spending some time to get up here. You do have LFL kind of getting up here, looking at Union spawn briefly. They're still organizing over there. So, Union, I don't know, it's holding pretty dang well. They're very spread out. So once CSA spawns kind of come in here, it could be bad for them.
Ooh, free tickets.
HD, HL guys, they charge 2nd U.S. Cav over here, so they're starting to win the point right now.
Hey,
If Union could hit him in the breaking, this would be a heck of a win on Garland's. I don't know. I don't think I've seen Union win Garland's in a while.
We lost too many tickets, killer. We are getting slowly fucked here.
So A and V was the ones that charged second US Cav up.
Charge up.
And it looks like A and V is going to push up and in right now.
Yeah, just stay right here for now. Stay right here for now.
I'm gonna get the flag
God
back.
damn, you should have taken the shot, man.
They're charging. Brace it. Brace it. Brace it.
A couple of those USA guys looks like they're going up to save the flag in the distance, but A and V is going to charge it here. HL's moving in here.
I'm gonna smack you over the head. I'm smacking you over the head,
Don't let this asshole hit me!
I smacked A&B over the face.
And CSA is going to hit breaking. Union is as well.
You need to push forward, push forward.
Right, because a lot of CSA are just kind of sitting back and shooting. They don't necessarily know that A and V is charging in there.
Buck and ball, buck and ball.
Oh,
Don't charge in just 2 minutes.
hold there. Shoot him, boys.
So let's see what happens. Union respawns. Looks like they're finally getting up. Still a good chunk moving out of main.
Way, that was gorgeous. That's the shit dreams are made of, for real, for real.
If New York pushing up, so Union kind of winning this corner spot, mostly because CSA isn't really charging in here. 10 minutes on that clock. Union starting to inch down the stone wall right now.
Wait, hold. Guys, don't charge.
Bye-bye, Reb. Bye-bye. Hello.
Hold as best we can. Whoever's here, hold as best we can.
Pull back north, A and V.
And Confederate's actually first to go down to breaking.
Come on, get
Oh,
on the
left,
point.
left to bleed, left to bleed, left
It looks like Union's going to try to for the point right now.
Yeah, push the point.
Mind me, boys.
Come on.
Push the point.
Let's go, push.
We are.
No, you do have some CSA on the bottom side of point A and V. Union's going to try to push them. Confederate's trying to flank around the side right now and hit Union from behind.
Swing like a door, swing like a door.
Keep going.
Hey, yo, Mr. Rebel, I'm gonna kill you.
Point is going in Union's favor right now. CSA starting to pour out of the woods from numerous directions right now. Union holding up by top on the artillery. Here comes another wave of CSA. Point still going in favor of Union right now. As CSA starting to win on the bottom side, or at least hold with reinforcements. And Union starting to win the point. CSA, a lot of Union here. This might be a Union victory. You can hear the calls to shift down to point. I really wonder if that beginning stunt by the CSA for holding really far forward cost them. Heck of a win. I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to jinx it. I don't think CSA is going to push. Yeah, they're not going to push them off.
What's the road position? What's the road? Give him the beans! Give him the beans! Let's go!
Shoot him down.
What a win from Union. What a win. That's insane. Really, really well done on Union's part. I wonder if the stun at the beginning for CSA of pushing really far forward hurt them in the long run. But who knows? The big thing, though, is I think the biggest thing really is once CSA hit breaking, before that, Union was in that area for a long time and very weakened. And yet, even though the whole CSA team was formed up, they didn't move in. A and V tried to go in, but they were just outnumbered, and Union was able to eventually just overwhelm CSA, defeat them in detail, because as eventually CSA went in, but it was very slow and trickled. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, check out our Discord and merch in the description. We have a Patreon where you can get live streams of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of no commentary and UI. With that all being said, thank you all for watching. It means the world, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.